nightmares about that game. Eagles 28-22, all the way back in January before the Eagles won their second Super Bowl. Only a few short weeks later. I think we kind of had a good feeling that the team was going to be unstoppable then. But like I said, the Rams, they've made some offseason acquisitions. They're really taking this game super personal, just from what I can see on the internet, right? Like the Rams they made a Rocky poster of Matt Stafford. I'm like, are you kidding me? We are that rent-free in your brain that you're trying to drum up, I guess, support, because in my mind, LA doesn't really have they don't really have like a diehard fan base. It's kind of a transient city. There's not a lot of people there, and the Rams, where were those? St. Louis. That it's a shame, all those poor people in St. Louis. I mean, I guess historically they had fans, but I digress. Anyway, I don't know. I'm feeling okay about today. We talked about this a little bit before the show. While I am always optimistic, and Roy, you know this, John's going to learn that the Eagles, will always come out on top, and I like that they're the favorites today, -3.5, I think. I am a little concerned about the passing offense. And I would like to, yeah. And I want to see AJ Brown, because like I said, the Rams are going to come in prepared today for Saquon. Like I truly believe that Sean McVay has like nightmares about Saquon Barkley. These guys that he's just like, he's going to come, he's going to run all over us. But I'm not feeling as comfortable as I normally would with the Eagles, because I do think that they have that chip on their shoulder. How you feeling, Roy?
I feel good. Again, this is a team that you really should worry about, of course, the Rams. I mean, they're a little bit, I know I saw on Twitter you said, what's one word that you would use to describe the Rams?
Yes.
And I think the Rams are a little underrated, because I don't think they're getting enough credit or enough worry or concern among, most people, most of the Eagles fan base. I mean, this is a team that's pretty much intact from last year, and if not, if nothing else, I mean, they probably upgraded a little bit at wide receiver.
Upgraded for sure.
Yeah, with Devontae Adams over Cooper Kupp, and this is a team we're not really thinking about when we talk about the number one contenders to the Eagles' throne
right
in the NFC. Obviously, the Packers are probably the team du jour, and there's always the Lions, but this is a Rams team that really, under different circumstances, probably could have won that divisional game, last year at the Link.
It was a tight game. It was a tough game. I mean, it was a fantastic game in the snow. It was amazing to pull out that win. But also, I know that Matt Stafford, I mean, he's been in the league now for almost 15 years?
It's been a long
15
time.
years. Over 60,000 yards. I heard that somewhere. He has over 60,000 yards, less than 140 interceptions. And the Eagles haven't picked him off since 2012. And I know that he's not as mobile as he used to be. And when you think about the Chiefs game last week, that first half of the game, Patrick Mahomes, he kind of came out. He made a lot of things happen for the Chiefs in that first half, scrambling, really taking the team on his back. I felt like the Chiefs, without him, they wouldn't have been able to do what they did in that first half. And then, Vic Fangio makes those adjustments. But so Stafford, I don't think we're going to see him like tap dancing, to get the ball out, but he's still so accurate. And with their new acquisitions, with the new weapons that they have, it's not a sure thing for me, because we haven't seen Jalen pass the ball. And even when you think about Saquon and how he's been running the ball, he's carving out yards. He hasn't really had too many of those explosive plays, and it's a small sample size where it's game 3 of the NFL, right?
Sure.
Of the NFL season. So it's a small sample size, but if we don't start to see those adjustments, if we don't start to see that passing game, if we don't start to see AJ Brown get more touches, I mean, I think that they have only 3, I could be wrong, 3 completions that are over 10 yards. Like, that makes me very uncomfortable going into a game against a Matt Stafford who is laser, and despite his back issues and not being as mobile, it still worries me. John? I'll bring you in. Your thoughts?
It does worry me. But I feel like what the Eagles have done really well, and sort of they get this label that, whatever it takes to win. But they, like going into this game, the numbers don't suggest that the Eagles can pass the ball as well as the Rams. And the Rams might be a more efficient offense and just better maybe overall at the moment. But it always feels like when that happens, and, I'm going to bet the Rams today. I actually, as a bettor, really like the Rams. I know, but hear me out. I do understand. I do understand
This
on
is
the
an Eagles show.
I do understand on the other side of that is that the Eagles can at any point do that. At any point, this 26th efficient passing offense can look like the best passing offense in the NFL. Like, the Eagles have done it. I think the Super Bowl is a really great example of it. They didn't run well with Saquon, and they threw the ball extremely well. So it just seems like when it's necessary, they can do things. It's just that I wish they could do it more consistently and without having us to talk about it all the time. But they can do it.
Yeah, they can do it, and they will do it. But I don't like that it needs to be a back against the wall situation, right? And I feel like, especially for a player like Saquon, and I say this just about running backs in general, and I'll harp on it over and over and over again. While he's super reliable, it's like he can't carry the team from week 2 all the way through week 17. Like I need to see AJ. I need to see Devontae. I need to see these guys out there. I have a question. Do you think that, do you think that they're a little bit more hurt than we think?
There might be some lingering something.
They have played a lot of football the past few seasons.
Yeah. There might be a little something or other with AJ Brown.
Well, because they were both hurt over the summer.
Yeah, and AJ Brown basically didn't practice that much at the last month, but heading into the season. So I think there probably is a little bit something there with AJ Brown. That being said, I don't think this is an injury thing. I just think that there's just a scheme issue.
A scheme issue
with Kevin Patullo not trying to push the ball downfield. To your point, like you said, 3 completions of 10+ yards. This year in 2 games. Last year through 2 games, they had 18.
Right.
So
I just
something is noticeably different. And the thing that when I look at the personnel, the thing that's different, Kellen Moore not here, Kevin Patullo is. So
So it's like what's he thinking? What's he drawing up? And why? And why? I like to get to the why, but we're never. I'm not going to be able to talk to him about why.
Yeah, we won't know why. They're going to say, just to John's point, they're going to say, we're taking what the defense gives you. But just for the overarching point, you can't play like this for 17 weeks.
No, you can't play like this for 17 weeks.
You can't just gut out wins and make it to the Super Bowl again. So like at some point, you're going to need to see A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I don't want to say force the ball.
Maybe my guy Darius Cooper.
I don't say you have to force the ball to those guys.
Tarleton State's finest.
That's right.
You got to get them more involved in this offense. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I keep making jokes about Darius Cooper because I said last week I love undrafted free agents, and I'm always rooting for them no matter how unrealistic it is. Remember Travis Fulgham? Wait, was he undrafted?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Fulgham season?
Oh, my goodness.
Where did Travis Fulgham go to college? Come on, Roy. You gotta
where did Travis Fulgham go to college?
He went to Old Dominion.
Okay. Did not know that.
Did he go to Old Dominion?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. Who else? Corey Clement. Who would have thought?
South Jersey's finest.
Jersey's finest. No, so I'm always rooting for that, and I love a little surprise. But it's. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how today is going to go. I'm not. Again, John, you said you're taking the Rams.
I am. It's going to be actually a really great comparison between the two of how the Eagles are playing on offense and the Rams are. The Rams are so precise. Everything. Every route a receiver runs is precise. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are great route runners.
Exactly.
Matthew Stafford's timing, anticipation, his accuracy, precise.
And Sean
McVay's
scares me.
Play calling is precise. Yeah, it really does. So, and the Eagles just right now aren't playing at that level yet. They have been and can. It's just not at the moment they are.
I know. And what, Barkley, he had 78 and 62 yard runs in the game in January. I don't know if we're going to get to see that today.
Yeah, maybe not the runs, but they do need if there's one way to beat a precise offense, it's to just blow them away with overwhelming talent and be able to hit the big plays. So that's why the Eagles have beat the Rams. The Rams have played pretty well against the Eagles, and it is that precision, but it's hard to beat a team that's that explosive. And that's the one thing that the Eagles have and at any point can show up. It hasn't yet. They tried to with A.J. Brown. There was a play, I think, early on. I think maybe the first play of the game.
Right.
Where A.J. Brown was down the field and kind of schemed open, and there was just a lot of traffic going on around Jalen Hurts, and he couldn't get it off. But yeah, the explosive plays need to happen in this game if you're going to beat a team like the Rams.
Well, and Dallas Goedert is back today.
Yes.
Which I think is huge. I think that he was missing last week, so I'm intrigued to see what they'll do with him. But again, if they're utilizing him, it's probably going to be those short yardage passing plays, right? And I want to see one that's over 10 yards.
That's the thing. It's like they haven't had a pass play, between 10 and 19 yards all season, right? So it's like Dallas Goedert is probably going to be that guy, in that intermediate range to.
And they haven't had an intermediate throw yet.
Right.
No.
Which is
intermediate
insane.
throw. Yeah, that's hard to do.
Yeah, in 2 games, that's insane.
It doesn't really make much sense to me, honestly. But then you look at the end result and they win. And what did Chris Jones? What did he say to Jalen last week after the game? He's like, "You only had 100 yards, or you had less than 100 yards." And what he say? He's like, "Shut up, we won the game, MFR," or whatever he said. So and
Thank
again,
you for censoring that.
yes. Yeah. Oh no, I'm a pro. And at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, as long as the Eagles win, then it doesn't really matter, right? It's like, who cares how they win as long as they get it done. But us as Eagles fans, we can't rest on our laurels. Like, we're always going to be anxious and nervous about something to go wrong. And today is the most anxious I have been this whole season. I wasn't worried about Dallas. I really wasn't worried about the Chiefs because I think that they're losing a lot of their luster, and I think that we saw that. I think Kelsey's washed. But yeah, so I think that the Rams are formidable. That's the one word that I was going to use. Formidable.
What does that mean, John?
Formidable. The definition of do I need an exact definition?
Just give me. I'm trying to figure out what that means. So
formidable.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
They're tough.
They're
a worthy opponent.
That's an SAT word, John.
Yeah, I think that they're a worthy.
Let's not talk about SAT scores, right?
What'd you get on your SATs?
We said let's not talk about this.
No, I'm average. I got a 1550.
1550, isn't that good?
That's all right.
I
it's
don't
average.
really. I literally.
No, that's out of the 2300.
That was out of
points
the 2400.
Yeah, the 2400.
That was after me. Yeah, I don't remember that one.
I had a friend one time got mad. He got a 2100. He's like, that was terrible.
What?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Roy, how'd you do in your SATs?
So I was back in the old 1600 system.
That's where I was too.
I got a 1300.
1300? I don't even remember what I got.
Oh, so
Isn't that?
Conveniently.
She puts us out there.
Conveniently forget.
Oh, I don't even know. I have no idea.
After she bullied me into telling mine,
I'm like, John,
conveniently
pull your
forgets.
SAT scores.
Let everybody know how dumb you are, John.
No, I think I might have been around 1300.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know
very
I
convenient.
did exponentially better on the reading comprehension part than I did the math part. I remember just going down the math thing and being like, dee, 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 dee. Math was never my strong suit. So that's why I'm here talking.
That's why I like numbers. Give me numbers.
Yeah, I love
You're a
numbers.
numbers guy?
I love numbers.
That's why you guys are like the betting experts and all that other stuff too.
Yeah, a lot of numbers in betting.
I'm like
Numbers
1,
never
2,
lie.
use my hands. No, I like to hang out and talk and
Be cool.
be cool. Well,
Yeah,
I guess I
pretty
try
much.
I try
Not
to
be
be
nerdy.
cool.
Yeah.
I try to be cool. But I have to apologize because last week I told you guys that I would bring you breakfast today and I did not. So
I'm just glad we got an on-air apology.
yeah, so I'm formally apologizing to you guys on the air for not bringing you the avocado toast that I made. So
John Jansen, did you see Natalie's Instagram? By any
I
chance,
have not.
over the past 24 hours, I would like for you to take a few seconds to go to Natalie's Instagram because
Is it on?
she
is
posted
the
a video,
I'm sorry.
and a recipe
and
for said avocado toast. And I was going. My plan
Meaning
was
that we got to do it at home. She's not bringing it here. She's
exactly.
like, here's the recipe, so Roy and John can do this at home.
My plan. I was
'cause
going.
I'm not going to bring
I was
it.
going to retweet it and tag you. I'm like, this is going to be a good day in the studio. We got some avocado.
we got
toast.
some avocado
I was
toast.
excited. I didn't even eat any breakfast.
I
I
didn't,
skipped the sizzly at Wawa and I was like, I'm going to
Exactly.
get some
See,
avocado
My
toast.
breakfast is vitamin water because I knew coming in here there'd be a warm piece of avocado toast waiting for me.
And there wasn't. Well, because you know why? Avocado toast doesn't travel well.
That is true.
I made it last night, right? So
Okay.
the avocado, it would have been, you can't leave an avocado out for 5 seconds without it like turning brown.
Right.
Yeah. Avocados are tough.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about avocados, but talk about formidable. An avocado can be quite formidable because it's like you have it out and you're like, okay, I'm going to let it.
So the avocado.
I'm
The
going to let it
avocado.
ripen.
The Los Angeles Rams are an avocado.
They're the avocado.
avocado.
They are the avocado, right? Because it's like they seem soft on the outside, but then they have this like tough
True.
center
Okay.
in Matt Stafford, right?
Right.
Where he's laser,
all right.
he's
Yeah.
accurate, right? So the
Well
Rams,
done.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good.
The Rams are the avocado of the NFL, which is why I made avocado toast. So each week I'm going to be making a recipe that features the opposing team, whatever city it is, whatever is like indigenous there. So Roy and I went back and forth last week. I was going to do a Cobb salad, but then I was like, that's not, because the Cobb salad was invented at the Brown Derby in L.A.,
Okay.
which is like a famous restaurant.
Okay.
So I was going to do a Cobb salad. Roy was like, no, you should do
That's a fun fact. I like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that a fun
Yeah,
fact?
we need a fun food fact every week.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I like that.
And this is
Yeah.
not
Let's
just
talk
football,
food.
gentlemen.
Yeah, it's all food. Yeah.
It is
This
not
is just
football.
breakfast. The show is called Breakfast.
It's breakfast
now.
before.
Not even,
It's breakfast before the birds. So we got to mix
No, we
it
don't
up.
even need to talk about the birds anymore. Let's talk about breakfast.
We covered it all. We're not sure, and we're not that comfortable. No, I'm kidding. So I made avocado toast and I used Godshall's beef bacon, and it was amazing. And I'm sorry. And next week we have Tampa.
Okay, so to
Right?
Tampa. All right, let's
So we
let's
talked
discuss
about
things that travel well,
yes.
because John and Jensen and I would like to eat some breakfast next week.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like if I make grouper the night before, how's the grouper gonna taste in the morning?
I don't even know what that is. What is it?
Nice
You
little,
never
nice
had
little
grouper?
fish. Nice little
Haven't
nice
you been
little
to
white fish.
spring training?
Look, we don't have very classy cuisine in
Have you been to
Delco.
Clearwater?
No, I have not.
You've never been to Clearwater?
No.
Are you a Phillies fan, John?
I am.
Okay.
I've never been to Clearwater. I'd love
You've
to
never
go.
been to
I've not.
Clearwater
I'd
either?
love to go. No, I'd love to go.
Oh
Haven't
my
been.
God.
No.
Godshall's. We're taking breakfast before the birds
On
to
the road.
Are
Clearwater.
they going to take us on the road?
Breakfast before the Phils. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to be in the spring.
Let's do it.
We're going to take the show on the road. I want to mention the Phillies. Speaking of Clearwater and grouper, of course that leads to the Phillies. Shout out to the Phils. Wow, clinching the division. Earliest that they have in years and years and years. I'm happy. Again, not resting on my laurels. Baseball is a long season. It's going to be a tough season or a tough playoff stretch because you never know what's going to happen. Baseball is a game, I think, it's a game of science and kind of luck, but also precision, and hopefully you hit the ball. Sometimes you just don't hit the ball. The Phillies haven't done that in the last couple years in the playoffs. So hoping that they hit the ball. Really, really happy for the Phils. So yeah, that's actually where I had grouper the first time was in Clearwater. So Clearwater's right next to Tampa.
Mhm.
So the Eagles play the Bucks next week. So I'm thinking that we'll do grouper. But we're gonna take a break, and then and then I'll look up some other options, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back on Breakfast Before the Birds with Natalie Egenolf on Fox Sports The Gambler.
iHeartRadio brings you Global Citizen Festival 2025 from New York City at Central Park's Great Lawn. Live performances from The Weeknd, Shakira, Tyla, Ira Starr, Mariah the Scientist, Camilo, and many more. All hosted by Hugh Jackman. Join the movement changing the world at GlobalCitizenFestival.com. Hear the entire festival live all day this Saturday on the free iHeart app's Global Citizen Radio and on Hit Nation at 10 p.m. Eastern.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You can even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at public.com. Go to public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at public.com/disclosures.
Back to school time means more traffic on the roads. Streets are packed and accidents are up on the rise. If you or a loved one are involved in any accident whatsoever, Uber, Lyft accident, car wreck, slip and fall, only one man to call. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Call my man Big Al. No fee until Big Al wins, and that's what exactly he does. Once again, 1-800-HURT-123. Call Big Al today.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No, call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's topdoglaw.com.
The NFL is off to a wild start.
Touchdown pass number 508 for Aaron Rodgers.
And the new season lives on iHeartRadio.
Touchdown Denver.
Local stations bring you the action live.
Touchdown Chargers.
Plus, fantasy advice and expert analysis with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Everything you love about football is on the iHeartRadio app.
That's a jet touchdown.
Just search NFL to dive in.
Spreads, totals, and all the prop bets in between. It's The Gambler. From the first sip of coffee to the first snap, you're rolling with breakfast before the birds on The Gambler.
Yes, breakfast before the birds on Fox Sports The Gambler. That's right, Fox Sports The Gambler. I'm
You know
Natalie.
when you do that, and I mean this in the most complimentary way, you sound like Delilah. And I'm a huge Delilah guy.
Thank you,
Yes.
John, because I am like Delilah's #1 fan. And do you know
I'm going to contend with you on that one.
she is
I'm a formidable opponent there.
You're formidable. You're an avocado. You're an avocado. No, Delilah's actually on the iHeartRadio network. She's on
Is she
iHeartMedia.
really?
Yes, she is. So she's
Delilah raised me more than my parents did.
same. Like, and I love all those memes where it's like you're in the back of your parent's car
Yes.
and it's snowing
Yes.
out and Delilah's on the
Actually
radio.
just got chills. I'm not gonna
Right?
lie.
Right?
I literally just got chills.
Delilah. God,
My
if
mom's blue minivan.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, feeling great. Feeling great.
Vibes are high.
I wonder what Delilah thinks about the Eagles. What do you think?
I don't-
What do you
look,
think Delilah
I don't wanna
would
know
say
much about
the
my
Philadelphia
heroes,
Eagles?
so I don't wanna
Right,
know.
don't meet your
don't know
heroes.
heroes, yeah.
Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Well, everyone, I think that we should just play fair.
Yeah.
Go,
That's
what does
actually-
it? Go out and
that was
love
a pretty
someone. Thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly what she would say. Just, I hope everybody has fun.
I just hope everybody has fun. No, I don't want anybody to have fun today. I want to win a football game. So Braden Fisk, he's returning for the Rams. Does he make you guys nervous at all? A little bit?
This Rams pass defensive rush is really good.
I know.
Yeah, that
Braden
concerns me
Fisk.
a lot.
I know. And then the
Yeah.
fact that he's coming back, he's still recovering. What was it? His oblique or what did he?
Oblique. I believe
It
it was
was an
oblique,
oblique. Yeah. 8.5 sacks in 2024.
Yeah, he's good. Jared Verse is very good. Doesn't have a sack yet this year, but Jared Verse is
No.
very good.
Disruptive, very disruptive, even without getting sacks. Just
Yeah.
one of those kind of players.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. The more I think about it, the more nervous I am. And
Can I give you something?
can you give me something to quell my anxiety?
The Rams, we talked about the Eagles offense not being all that great. The Rams offense hasn't been that great at the start of games. They've
Right.
Just 17 first half points in 2 games so far this year. And again, Matthew Stafford, we talked about how good he's been, over the
Yes.
course of his career. He's lost his last 3 against the Eagles. I mean, for whatever reason,
That's true.
it seems like the Eagles kind of have his number, and it seems like, well, not it seems like, and we know that Vic Fangio has Sean McVay's number because Sean McVay 0-3 against the Eagles. 0-3 against a Vic Fangio defense.
Yeah.
So I think the defense, I know we have issues with the offense, not being as productive as we like, but this defense should hold the Rams in relative check. I don't think the Rams are going to score 30 points today.
Right,
So
right.
if the Eagles are a competent offense, they put up 24, I think they win the game.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about that, Roy. Thank you. So 44.5 total points today. You feel lower?
I think that number's right up is about right. I don't know if we want to do our official predictions right about now, but I think that 44, 24-20 Eagles win. I think that's probably on the nose.
That's where I was at today too. -3.5.
I know John Jansen believes that the Rams
Yeah, John.
are a dog that's barking.
John.
Sorry.
What do you think?
It's all right.
3.
Where are you at?
I just with the total.
Yeah.
The
with
total. Yeah, I have no idea because as efficient as the Rams are, And they scored a bunch of points against Tennessee, but that's Tennessee's defense, and it's really bad.
Yeah,
But with how precise, it still takes a lot for them. And the only concern I may have with the total is that the Rams do end up scoring a lot more just because of they can scheme really well. They move Puka Nacua everywhere.
Right.
And Adoree Jackson and whoever is playing in that opposite spot on the outside of Quinyon Mitchell. I really get concerned that, Vic Fangio can scheme, and he's really great at blitzing, and maybe shows some things Matthew Stafford and confuses him a little bit, but it might just be too hard to mask that big problem, that big question mark that the Eagles have at cornerback outside of Quinyon.
It's so funny because we talked about this last week too, and I said, and what did I say, Roy? I was like, oh, if the Eagles, if CB2 is like their biggest issue, it's like
it's not a big issue.
It's not a big issue, but then of course today we're like, well.
Yeah,
CB2, it is a big issue, right?
When you're going up against, it's Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, where it's probably one of the best duos in all of football. Yeah, it does get a little different.
It does. It's funny, but I guess we'll see. And I don't even want to bring it up again, but I know it'll be talked about. Should we talk about the tush push?
We kind of have to.
All right, we'll talk. Thank you,
No,
Roy.
you
knew where I was going with that. The tush push. I mean, look. That's how we won last week, point blank, the tush push. So they'll do it again today, I'm sure, right?
They better.
They should do it every single week.
They should do it every single week. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that the everybody else in the world is going to complain about it until the end of time?
Yes, this is the last year of the tush push.
This is it. This is
you
over.
really think
It's
so?
over. Yeah, it's over.
After the talk that has been had after 2 weeks, it just feels like it's inevitable.
There is a college that is studying the tush push. Did you know this?
Like a class?
Yes, it's a physics class.
ECU?
What are you studying?
It's
I'm studying the tush push.
Yeah, I mean, I would look. There's college. There's so many great random classes sometimes at college. There's like a Tupac class.
There's a Kendrick Lamar class.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I think that there's a Taylor Swift class. Shocking. But yeah, so the University of Rochester is led by biomedical engineers. They're examining injury risks associated with the tush push and basically putting it under the microscope and doing the physics behind it, which I think is fascinating that, one small play can lead to this university where it's such an anomaly that there's biomechanic engineers studying it. I mean, it's really such a fascinating thing, and I do love that it's polarizing. I do love that we're the only team that has figured out how to competently execute it. So, do you like the play, John? You sound like you don't like it.
I do like the play.
He doesn't like it. You don't like it.
No, it's such an odd conversation
you don't like the
because
brotherly shove.
If I do like the brotherly shove, the tush push is better. I like that name. It's just that I wish there were more good faith arguments instead of bad faith ones, because I think there could be long-term health issues, but that's not what's being talked about. They're just talking, you can get injured just because there's a lot of bodies and but there's no good faith argument because the NFL just hides the concussion argument whenever they can.
Well,
but these are huge, large human beings that the play is meant to just smash into each other at a short distance, and already in the trenches is where you get the most concussions and where you get the most brain trauma.
Yeah.
So maybe there is. And so I like that there's actually a study on it. But right now it's so many bad faith arguments, and especially if you ban the tush push. So is the quarterback sneak ban? What exactly are you going to ban from the play? Because that could change everything.
Exactly.
If they're just banning pushing a running back forward or a ball carrier forward, that's one thing.
Right.
Are they going to ban the QB sneak then?
Right.
If they're going to ban that play. And that's just I don't know how they officiate that or they're able to ban it in that way.
So what's interesting is in this study, they're looking at it from a lower body perspective. The tush push resembles a powerful squat or other quarterback sneaks. The lab are looking at how to create the best possible training to prevent injuries in the future. So maybe the University of Rochester will figure this out, and then they won't ban it. No. They're figuring out joint motion and timing.
There's way too much.
The NFL listening to medical or any research. No, they don't have a good track. They don't have a good track record.
What do you mean? They're always on the up and up.
Well, now they have to be.
There's been way too many tweets this week from Adam Schefter, namely, saying it's like, There's been discussion about banning it. Now he said yesterday, there hasn't been an official, discussion about putting this back on the table at the owners' meetings in April. There's just so much talk about this. That John's right. Like whenever the
All right,
next
I'm on the
owners-
Eagles now. Look at that fit by Devontae
That's a
Smith.
nice fit.
Oh, he looks
That's a beautiful fit.
great.
Is that how you go to work? Yes, indeed. No, but
That's not how I
Should we wear
work.
suits next week while we eat
Yeah,
our
can we
grouper
do
sandwiches or
grouper
whatever
next
it
week?
is?
That sounds classy. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds pretty cool.
But yeah, no. Whenever the next owners' meetings are going to be held, like this, there will be some team, whether it's the Packers or someone else, who's going to, have some cockamamie excuse why this play needs to be banned.
Cockamamie, that's a great word.
And you'll get 24 votes for this, and it'll be gone. So
I know.
use it while you can.
I know, it
enjoy
is-
it while you can.
I do. It's a good point, John, you bring up, because it's tough. That's a tough part of watching football and being a fan of football to kind of come to terms with, is that that these men are putting a lot on their body, and really they sacrifice. I think that they sacrifice enough, and I know that that's a conversation for a heavier show. But I do see your point there, so I'm intrigued to see what happens with it. But I'm going to enjoy it while we have it, and I hope that the University of Rochester can figure out a way to make it safer, and then we'll get to keep it.
Everything is hanging in the balance by the University of Rochester.
Yes, that's right.
They are going to change
I'm
the
gonna
world.
call the biomechanic engineers up there. I'm gonna get them on the
Can we
show.
get them on the show?
I'm gonna get them on the show.
That'd actually be really interesting.
Actually, it would be.
You know what? I'll send them an email this week.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
man.
University of Rochester. I want to talk to the
Suits,
biomedical
groupers,
engineer.
and talking to researchers.
Yes.
Man,
Look,
this show got classy real
see,
fast.
quick.
guys,
Yeah?
it's breakfast before the birds. I told you this is fun. We're gonna have a good time here. We're gonna talk about our teams. We're gonna eat food next week, not this week. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, speaking of, I was thinking about this earlier. When it comes to rivals, right? Talk about the Packers, how they want to get rid of the tush push, how they kind of spearheaded it in the offseason last year. Around the league, I feel like the Eagles' rivalries have changed. And I know that this is probably a little bit controversial, if not more so controversial, but particularly in the division. I used to feel, obviously, Dallas Giants, right? But in this day and age, I feel like the actual competitive rival is the Commanders. Do you guys agree?
I would.
Or do you think, obviously Dallas is going to be the Eagles' rival forever and ever and ever, but they're not, it's a rivalry without much of a competition now. There's not as much competition as there used to be.
Well, I'll say this. I think the Commanders are the Eagles' biggest competition in the near future. I think that's
Right.
I think that's fair. But we've always had this discussion about the Eagles-Dallas rivalry. It's kind of been one-sided in that Dallas doesn't consider the
For
Eagles.
the last 25 years.
No, I'm saying Dallas doesn't consider us their biggest rival. Like, if you
No,
ask Dallas
it's
fans,
the Commanders.
It's the Commanders,
Yeah.
right? If you ask Eagles fans, it's the Cowboys. Cowboys don't care about us. So can a rivalry be a rivalry if it's that one-sided, when one fan base doesn't really care? I don't think so. I think the Commanders probably consider us one. Not as big as the Cowboys, but I think it's going to get to a level where we're going to be kind of consistent, with the Cowboys as far as a rivalry, in terms of talent and games and things like that with the Commanders. So I think the Eagles-Commanders rivalry is going to be the biggest one in the division. But John and I talked about this last week.
Oh.
I think the Eagles' biggest rival, let me ask you the question, could be the Kansas City Chiefs.
I feel like, yes, at this point in Eagledom, in the Eagles universe where we all live, I do think it's definitely the Chiefs.
Even though we
right?
don't play them often, we've played them enough.
We've played them enough the last 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
No, I definitely think, and also you got to put into it, right? Like the Kelsey storyline, Andy Reid, the Super Bowls, battling for different Super Bowls, Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes. There's so many different stories that you could sink your teeth into when it comes to Eagles Chiefs. So I agree that their biggest rival is probably the Chiefs. That's a really interesting
Yeah, I think,
shift,
and we
right?
have seen that with, I think Tom Brady's a good example of it, even Peyton Manning. But Tom Brady won his division so many times that it wasn't his rivalries. Once you are successful, the rivalries change.
Right.
It's like when the stakes are higher, your rivalries then become the people that you're playing in those high stake games. So for Josh Allen right now, it's not anybody in his division. His biggest rival is Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And those teams. And for the Eagles right now, yeah, it changes competitively because now they're winning the divisions pretty easily with Jalen in the past few years. So now it changes that the rivalries have mostly become the Chiefs, just because that's the one they run into the most and they have in the regular season, and it's the most competitive one.
Well, and then I feel like the Eagles are the Rams' rivals.
But
that's one-sided too, don't you think?
Yeah.
I feel like the Rams obviously look at the Eagles as some sort of rival because, again, like I said, they're acting like this is their Super Bowl. Like I truly believe that they're preparing for Saquon like this is their Super Bowl, just to kind of get vengeance for that game all the way back in January. So I feel like the Rams, their rival is probably the Eagles. Who else would the Rams' rival be? I mean,
I guess technically the Niners, but I mean,
right.
You know.
Right.
But it's just those are, if you look at records from last year, or just dating back to a certain point of last year, the Eagles and Rams are the two best teams in the NFC that have won the most, and the Rams' only 2 losses in the span of time were to the Eagles. So it becomes a competitive rivalry because that's the roadblock for the Rams. They haven't been able to get to that, and the Rams were maybe the most competitive game the Eagles played in the entire postseason last year. So
absolutely.
That does become just a competitive rivalry because those are maybe 2 of the top teams in the NFC.
And I hate that we're not playing the Commanders until December.
It's the worst.
I
hate that they schedule it like that.
Why is it so late? I mean, because I don't like that.
Yeah, they just want the late season drama.
That's
but the
what
thing
I
is, if
mean.
the division's over, then
it.
the game means nothing.
Nothing, right. Yeah.
What are we gonna what's food that's like indigenous to like Washington, D.C.?
I don't know. I hated living in D.C., so.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah, I did.
For how long?
I lived a couple of years.
Interesting.
It was not great. I hated D.C.
You didn't like it?
No.
What'd you eat down there? What'd you eat?
I frequented Wings Over. It was a place. It's like a chain thing, and I didn't like any of the food around there, so I just went to a chain wing restaurant like every day.
Oh God!
I actually racked up.
Come on, Ben's Chili Bowl.
No.
Oh,
I didn't eat anything. I hated all the food. There was not one good pizza spot there. Not one.
I believe it.
It was so gross.
Good pizza's hard to come by. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I went to Citi Field. I might have talked about this last week, but this is how scarred I am for this. I went to see Citi Field to see the Phillies play the Mets. They lost. It was horrible. But I was looking for a slice of pizza thinking it's New York City, right? I got like this crusty, square, pepperoni elevated Elio's that I was like, it was elevated Elio's. That's where I would put it. Actually, Elio's
I hate that
better.
sounded appetizing to me. I hate that I was like, you know what?
No,
that sounds pretty good.
It's actually, I'm actually doing a disservice to Elio's because Elio's it
has a purpose.
I love Elio's pizza. I was raised on Elio's pizza. So
there was nothing like the entire family at 9 o'clock at night when it's really quiet, and then one person will go in the room and go, "You want to make some Elio's?"
Right?
And
right.
then everybody's like, "Do you?"
Everyone
want
jumps up. They're like, "Yeah!"
And then we all at 9:30 get at the table, just all tired,
Yeah.
dead silent, eating Elio's.
Eating
pizza.
Elio's
It's
pizza.
just core memories.
So my cousin Teresa is listening to the show. She's the one who had the fish issue last week. So she's listening, and as we're talking about what we're going to make next week for Tampa, she said that she looked it up. There's a Spanish bean soup.
Oh, that
How do you
sounds
guys
good.
feel about bean soup?
I love soup.
What's in the bean soup?
Okay, it's hearty with garbanzos, ham, potatoes.
Yes.
Garbanzos, ham, and potatoes. But we're gonna swap out the ham for bacon.
For the bacon.
For Godchall's beef bacon.
Okay. All right.
That's how I have that. I that's how I say it now.
That's
Godchall's beef
creative.
bacon. Right. Every dish is gonna have bacon because they're sponsoring our show.
Oh no.
So I know that you guys are really upset about that.
Terrible.
And bean soup might travel better.
Yeah. Bean soup travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It yeah.
There's nothing better. Soup is what makes the world go round. Soup is the best.
I am a
It's been
big soup gal.
feeding humans for years and years and decades and centuries.
Soup is amazing.
It's the best. I love soup. That's
Soup
why
is
I honestly
amazing.
think that's why I like fall and cold weather because I can just eat soup whenever. I want.
Eat soup. Oh, I eat soup in the summer. I make a gazpacho. I'm like
That's crazy.
Do you like
behavior.
gazpacho?
What's that?
It's like cold soup.
It's like cold soup.
Oh,
Roy,
no. Wait,
you a
oh,
gazpacho guy?
I'm not a gazpacho.
That's not soup then.
Soup's
That's just cereal. It's a different version of cereal.
Soup's got to be warm for me.
Yeah, it's got to be hot. I want hot soup.
All right, I want to see one more thing.
Since you're looking something up, we do have a couple
Tampa
other people
food.
checking in on the YouTube
Oh,
stream.
nice. Yeah.
Good friend.
I
Mark,
can't see it.
Mark Drumheller checked in. He said,
What did he say?
Integrating a new play caller is never seamless. It cost Nick a haircut last year.
True.
And Jersey 4041 checks in, says, my sister-in-law teaches a Taylor Swift class at law school. So if you want to do the Taylor Swift law school kind of class professor thing to bring her on.
Okay.
To discuss things.
Look, that's going to be a hard class. Music law and copyright law, get out of here. That is brutal.
Especially in this day and age.
Yes.
We got it in. So if you want to discuss Taylor Swift.
Actually, that's great. Anybody from Rochester checking in? Anybody in the tush push class?
Not yet. Not as of yet.
Not as of yet. We're going to get them. We're going to get them on the line. I'm going to email that professor. I'm going to see if I can talk to him. All right, Tampa food natives.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Since so let's say you were just weren't doing prepping for the show.
Gator.
You were at home. We could do Gator.
We can do some Gator.
I don't guys.
Yeah, but is that Tampa area though?
It kind of is.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
Golf. It's golf.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Geography's not my thing.
So like if you're preparing for an Eagles game, is this something you would typically do just by yourself? Like if you were at home, would you try to theme your kind of tailgate foods for?
Well, actually, you know where I got the idea from? My mother was a bartender.
Okay.
When I was growing up. And she bartended on Eagles Sundays, and this is what she would do every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For her patrons who would come to the bar, she would make the meal of the opposing team.
Got it.
So that's actually where I got the idea from. And I know it's not an original idea. A lot of people kind of do
Places should
this.
start doing that more. That sounds great.
They should do it, yeah.
I love that.
Well, and it's also an opportunity to expand, your palate, your food palate. Look, we're talking about alligator. I wouldn't even know where to buy it for next
Can you
week.
buy it around here?
I don't know, and I also don't know if I want to. That might be a little too emotional for me. I'm going to think too much about it because alligators are like emotional support pets now.
For who?
That guy, Wally. Don't you know Wally?
They emotionally unsettle me.
Yeah, there's like some was it Eagles fan, Phillies fan?
Oh, that's right.
Wally
No,
the
I can't
alligator.
do that.
No, he was stolen.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
they stole the gator?
he was kidnapped. Yeah. Yeah, he was kidnapped, and then they released him into the wild. And poor Wally isn't like wild trained because he's somebody's emotional support pet going to baseball games. He's poor Wally.
Oh man,
I know. Do you think the Eagles would let an emotional support alligator in? I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I still don't even really know how he got past the Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, like there's a certain level to emotional support animals that alligators cross.
I know that there's like peacocks,
Crosses
there's llamas.
big time.
Yeah.
There's llamas, so yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Wally, the emotional support alligator.
Emotional support llama.
The emotional support llama, yeah. So, we'll figure it out for Tampa next week. I think we have another break, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to break, and then we'll wrap it up on the other side with Breakfast Before the Birds on Fox Sports The Gambler.
For more information about contests on this station, go to foxphlgambler.com/rules. This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be part of a legacy that never stops. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Beth, you're in charge of ordering the tacos for the meeting today, yeah?
I'm not going to order the tacos.
What?
I'm going to Easy Cater the tacos. With Easy Cater, you can order from a huge variety of restaurants, track expenses, and save time.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, you're emailing the meeting notes, right?
No, I'm going to easy mail them. Where's my music?
Sorry, Ben. There's no Easy Cater for that.
Easy Cater, the easy way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at public.com/disclosures.
CEOs You Should Know, brought to you by Comcast Business.
Tony O'Donovan, President and CEO of Arkema Inc. Well, Arkema is a specialty materials company. Our purpose is to bring sustainable solutions to the world, which really means that we're bringing a lot of materials to companies that impact people's lives. You see them in a lot of products that you touch day to day. We have composites that can be completely recycled. Probably our biggest aspect is providing durability for materials that our customers can use. So whether it's a 3D printed machine part that can be used and that's stronger than steel used in aerospace, we see ourselves very much as part of the community. For instance, our partnership with Habitat for Humanity brings that ability to be part of the community, support Philadelphia. Our employees really enjoy volunteering and seeing the impact they bring to people's lives, particularly around areas of education. Plus, one of our areas that we are in the market of is sport. So that brings about our association with the Philadelphia Union Foundation. If I look at Philadelphia compared to other places I've lived, we have really good people that are very well internationally connected, highly educated, and a good sense of community, and really tie into some of the values that Arkema likes to portray around solidarity, inclusion, performance. Those are values we want to have, and the people fit really well. So we find that people that join Arkema from the Philadelphia region are really successful with us.
To find out more, go to Arkema.com. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
If you can wager on it, we're talking about it. It's The Gambler. Your Sunday morning table is set with hot coffee, hot takes, and all things Eagles. You're rolling with Breakfast Before the Birds on The Gambler.
Love that guy's voice. Love
It's
that guy's
great.
voice. Isn't that great? Like,
I wish I was blessed like that.
Me too. I mean, I could do Delilah, but I wouldn't be like, it's Breakfast Before the Birds. Like, that's never gonna happen for me. But yes, welcome back to Breakfast Before the Birds with Natalie Egenolf. Hanging out here with Roy Burton, John Jansen, and it's almost game time, gentlemen.
Yes.
One of the very few 1 o'clock games that we have on the schedule this year, which I was kind of unhappy about. I kind of love a 1 o'clock game, you know.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Everybody's favorite Eagles game time?
Game
when they're not playing on Sundays, so I can just enjoy my Sunday.
What?
I like a Thursday night game. I like a Monday night
terrible.
game.
No.
I don't care.
Oh my
God,
no!
All I want to
John.
do is listen to Scott Hansen on a Sunday, and I
God.
can't do it when
I
the
feel
Eagles
like
are
throwing
on.
an avocado at you.
Instead of tomato, avocado.
Avocado.
It's just great because I can enjoy the Eagles and everything on its own.
Yeah.
You know, and I can just stay focused. Like the Eagles game today, I won't be able to stay focused. I'm going to be checking everything that's going on.
Oh, see, well, like, there's the difference.
Because I just
between
like
you and
ball.
I
just
I'm
like ball.
You like ball.
You know?
I love ball. I love lamp. I love lamp. No, but the Eagles face the Rams today at home in South Philadelphia. I live in South Philly. Everybody was out bright and early this morning in their Eagles green, running amok around the Pats.
I miss living in South Philly on on an Eagles Sunday. It is the best.
I'll tell you what, there is something in the air, and I'm not even lying. I can smell fried onions like from where I live. Like that's how close I am to basically Philadelphia's Times Square. But it's really cool because I get to see like the vibes are so high, right, on an Eagles Sunday. So I'm really hoping that they pull this one out today. I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win, but it's the least confident that I've been picking them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Oh,
Is that okay?
No, I
right?
mean,
That's fine. It's a great team.
Guys, I have a lot of feelings.
After what we've seen the last 2 weeks,
You have a lot of feelings.
You have every reason not to be overly confident in this Eagles team. I mean, we haven't seen a very.
I just want to see them
dynamic
pass the
offense.
ball. I want to see
I get
A.J.
it.
Brown catch the ball. I
I
want to see
do,
more than
but
35 yards from A.J. Brown.
There's a lot of emphasis on
pass
that
the
for me.
ball.
Yeah, I want to see things that they haven't been able to do yet because they're facing a really good opponent. And
Yeah.
will need to do it. So yeah, I'm interested, very interested to see how they do.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one today. But should we do predictions? How much time do we have left?
We got time.
All right. Well, Roy, I think you and I are kind of on the same page. I was on my way here thinking 24-20.
Yeah, no, I will stand with my prediction from
Although
earlier.
part of me wants to say it's like might be a little bit lower, like maybe higher. I'm sticking with what I
Come
got.
on.
See, this is my problem. I can overthink things every which way. So it's a blessing and a curse.
If you get this wrong,
Mostly a curse for me.
Again, this is something that people will remember for infamy. So
Yes,
again,
they will.
This
Yes, they will.
This one prediction on the Eagles-Rams, Week 3, 2025. People will
Everybody will remember.
Everybody will remember.
Forever and ever.
Where were you?
You gotta get it right.
Where were you when Natalie predicted the game incorrectly? Oh God, would it be the first time? Look, we're all just fans here, riding the wave of the Eagles, and the waves have been fun over the last couple years, and I'd like to keep surfing. Right, guys?
Is that
Get
Eagles
it?
24, Rams 20? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. How about Roy?
That's good. That's my number. 24-20.
24-20. Roy and I are in lockstep.
Just under the 44.5. I wouldn't bet the total, but give me the Eagles and the points.
Okay, and then John, I don't even know if I want to hear from you.
You don't.
Where's my avocado?
That would hurt. Avocado, tomatoes like squishy. Avocados might hurt. That's
Waka waka.
That's a hard core in the center of that. I'm gonna go 24-17 Rams.
24-17 Rams. Okay, so I was kind of feeling 17 as well. Like 17 is like a number that's kind of coming into.
So let me ask you, John Jansen. So 24-17 Rams. Do we see a better passing game with that 17? How do the Eagles score today?
Well, I think better because I think they're going to have to. It will be better. I don't know if it will be good enough.
Okay.
And I think one of the bigger things, too, because usually we don't worry about the Eagles' offensive line. They had problems. And Jalen.
They did have problems.
The offensive line and Jalen had problems against the Rams last year
Yes.
Yeah.
in that game. So that to me, it doesn't become a concern, but it's one of the times that you do have to worry about it, and I never do. And when that happens, Jalen sometimes gets in his worst tendencies. Every quarterback has bad tendencies. I hate when I do this thing and everybody's like, Jalen Hurts not bad. I'm like, yes, Jalen Hurts very good. But he has bad tendencies, and it happens when there's a lot of traffic around him.
Yeah.
And the Rams were really one of the few teams that were able to do that. So if they do that again, the passing offense might struggle a little bit. I think they find some big plays, but yeah, it's just that.
I think today is going to be a grind. Also, when you're talking about the offensive line, Landon Dickerson, he's still a little shaky to me too. Like he's
still a little banged up.
He's still definitely banged up. So that makes me nervous. But again, like I said, I think the Birds are going to pull this one out.
Yeah.
The Birds are going to pull this one out. And I still have a lot of avocados left at home, so I guess I'll just go home and make some avocado toast and watch the game. What are you guys up to?
I have to admit, I've
You're
never
eating
had
hoagies, aren't you, John?
Yes. I'm eating just a great Italian hoagie. I'm going to go all
nice.
for it. But yeah,
You
there's
mayo
not
and oil guy?
There's not an avocado that has ever made it in my house. It's never been used. I've had avocados in there. They always
go bad.
They always go bad before I can use it. That's terrible.
Roy?
But yeah.
What are you up to today?
I think my wife said she was going to make some pizza dough, so I think we might have a
nice.
little pizza action, little homemade pizza today.
Do you have a stone and what do you?
So we have a stone. I have an oven. I have to apologize. My wife bought me one of those ovens a couple years ago. Still haven't used the oven.
Come on,
but
Roy.
we do have a stone, and she's really good at making the dough. So we're probably just going to do the regular oven thing. But yeah, I think homemade pizza's on the menu.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
delicious.
Well, gentlemen,
What are you doing for the game?
what am I doing? I'm going to go home and eat
Look at that, she's got
avocado
the
toast.
The avocado toast.
I got to
You
eat the
have so many
avocados before they go bad.
How many avocados do you have in your?
I
your
only
place right
bought 3.
now? Okay.
But they're already turning. Like
you
I
gotta-
woke
you
up
gotta eat
this
them immediately.
morning.
That's
I woke
gotta
up this morning and I need to finish them by the end of the game. That's my goal. By the end of the game.
Guacamole action.
Like the Eagles.
Oh, yo, that
yeah,
sounds
guac. Oh,
Yeah.
good call, Roy.
Yeah.
Good call. I do have some chips.
There you go.
Huh. Good call. Yeah. Well, hopefully the Eagles treat the Rams like toast. I'm again not here all day. I'm only here for probably 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
Are we
sure.
done? No, I didn't know. I don't know how much time we have left.
No, you're good.
But no, we had a lot of fun this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'll be here every week. Breakfast Before the Birds throughout this football season, brought to you by Godshall's Bacon, Godshall Meats, if you will, because there's a variety of meats. So we're going to have fun with all the meats throughout the rest of the football season. And we'll see what we have next week. It might be Spanish stew, might be grouper. We'll talk about it. But we'll also talk about the Eagles as they face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next Sunday. It's my birthday next weekend, so bear with me. Bear with me with the condition that I'll be in. No, I'll be fine. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Breakfast Before the Birds on Fox Sports The Gambler. And I'll talk to you next week.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing